Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Right now at 5, new information about the 4 people badly hurt in that horrible attack on Mackenzie. Also, big question tonight about why the suspect was free in the first place.
All right, Sean, we're going to begin, though, with chaos inside of Coney Island as twin brothers stand charged with shooting a bystander during an argument over fried mushrooms.
Today in court, the man who was shot in that argument took the stand and detailed what he says happened.
61-year-old brothers Dwight and Dwayne Samuels face charges including assault with intent to murder in this incident. This was back on June 19th at Nicky D's Coney Island. Rod Maloney live at the restaurant where this happened, which is on West 7 Mile. Headed to trial, Rod.
Yeah, it's bizarre, Devin, because let's consider this. Nicky D's, a popular local chain, very busy place. And it's not so much about the mushrooms anymore in this case, because it turns out that the people who were disappointed in not having the mushrooms didn't take their anger out on the restaurant or anybody who works for the restaurant. It was some poor guy sitting there just waiting for an order. Today's prelim for 61-year-old twin brothers Dwight and Dwayne Samuels revealed a lot. They'd been celebrating their birthday. We're not showing the victim's face or giving his identity, but high-definition security cameras captured the entire incident in the early morning hours of June 19th. The shooting victim is the guy sitting at the counter. We heard his testimony today. And while waiting for his order, a man and woman came in asking for fried mushrooms. And while other Nicky D's sell them, this one does not. And the victim said it disappointed the woman when she found out from Dwight Samuels.
He told her that they don't sell fried mushrooms.
Did it appear to you that the defendant was angry at the fact that they didn't sell fried mushrooms?
Yes.
They left. About 20 minutes later, the man the victim identified as Dwight Samuels returned with his brother, and they immediately showed a violent streak, scuffling. One of the brothers brandishing a pipe hits another customer. He runs away, then pulls a gun on the man at the counter.
I was holding my hands up and hoping that he don't shoot me.
He wasn't so lucky. The victim says the brothers beat him with a pipe. The video shows that. They pushed him onto the floor. And while we won't show it,
When the bullet hit, it knocked all my teeth out.
bullet went through his mouth, sad to say. He is going to apparently be okay. But in the meantime, there is a raft of charges here, like we said, felony firearms, attempted murder, and also habitual offender. That trial is likely to go later this year. Back to you.
Well, Rod, as you said, it no longer seems to be between the defendants and the restaurant. So do we have it figured out exactly how all this started?
Well, they did ask the victim what it was that he understood about the two brothers while he was lying there on the floor, and he said that he smelled alcohol, a lot of alcohol, and he believed that that may be at the heart of all of what can only be called bizarre behavior.
Wouldn't be surprising. All right, Rod. Karen.
Brand new questions tonight surrounding the prime suspect in a triple shooting and why he was even on the streets in the first place. Both a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old were shot in the head in this shooting Tuesday on Mackenzie Street. Let's bring in Sean late this evening. And Sean, you've been looking into the suspect's criminal history, and I understand it's a long history.
That's right. We're digging into that, but first and foremost, we have some good news that we're just getting here to Local 4, that the 8-year-old who was shot in this case has been upgraded now from critical to stable condition. A 3-year-old who was pistol whipped here has been released from the hospital. But you're right. Big time concerns here and questions about the suspect. Also questions coming from Detroit's police chief right here asking why the suspect was free in the first place.
If you put this person's criminal history in front of anybody, they would tell you this person's violent.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig unhappy tonight with the Wayne County judges who continued to set low bonds for a man now being held for a vicious attack on 2 adults and 2 children this week on Mackenzie Street.
But when I look at the history on this such, he has a clear history of violence.
That history of violence against one woman is staggering, going back to 2015, then 16, 17, 18, and even this past spring, court documents showing the same man has been arrested for attacking his ex-wife, even attacking children inside her home. In the most recent cases, a judge gave him a $2,500 bond, and then another judge gave him a $250 bond, despite the fact the Department of Corrections was recommending that he be held for at least 90 days. Retired visiting Wayne County Judge Dalton Roberson and Wayne County Judge Bruce Morrow
gave those recent low bonds. Judge Morrow declined the request to jail him. Now that same man is suspected of shooting his ex in her head, shooting another man in his head, shooting an 8-year-old, and pistol whipping a 3-year-old.
And we have to ask ourselves, could this have been prevented?
Well, it sounds like it could have.
It's a strong possibility it could have been prevented.
Just a tragedy here. We asked the chief what he thinks the judge's motivations are for these very low bonds. He says, of course, you have to ask the judges. We're trying to do that. Have a request in to Judge Morrow in particular to ask him about that $250 bond. We haven't heard back from him. Karen, as soon as we hear back from these judges, we are certainly willing to sit down with them for a lengthy interview to ask why these low bonds are being set, particularly in this case. Back to you.
Yeah, definitely, we would love to hear their response. Meantime, Sean, what is the latest on the charges in the most recent case?
Yeah, we understand that this suspect still being held right now has not been charged. That's why we're not naming him. We're also told he's not going anywhere this time. No low bonds right now as they wait for charges to be approved. We understand that will likely happen tomorrow. We'll see him in court more than likely tomorrow.
All right, we'll let everyone know what happens then. Thank you, Sean.
After a 2-year trial, the convicted killer of an 18-year-old man was sentenced to 12 to 17 years on manslaughter and gun charges. The victim's mother spoke out against the plea and the sentencing deals and talked about what they've been through.
My son's life is worth more than a 12 to 17-year sentence. The bottom line is that I will never have Luke back, and unlike the defendant's mother, and I will never be the same without him. And I miss him more with each passing day.
Luke Fillery was killed at his cousin's graduation party when Amir Mongonya fired his gun a number of times into a crowd. When it came time for the judge to speak, he made his feelings about the trial and the defendant known clearly.
I wish with all my heart that I could give you more. I hope you understand the total disrespect that I have for you.
Charges of second-degree murder were dropped in the plea deal. Shooter has already served 2 years, as I mentioned. That's how long this trial has been going on.
Well, a warm and wonderful day across Metro Detroit. Haze is gone. Humidity has left us.
Feels completely like summer. Let's check in with Ben here on this Thursday and see if we're in the clear for the night. Ben?
Yeah, it looks fantastic out there. No Canadian smoke, and the only clouds that are out there are just those puffy cumulus clouds. We thought there may be a slight chance at a shower today, but it looks like that didn't materialize. Temperatures have still got some heat out there, but it's that drop in humidity that's made all the difference. Wind coming off the lake. There's dropping temperatures in Port Huron to 75 and a good chunk of our north zone, especially near the lake, seeing those mid-70s. Just a little bit of a breeze, gusting at times over 20 miles an hour, but it is going to be a beautiful evening tonight. Temperatures still holding on to the 80s until closer to sunset, and we're on our way to crisp for overnight lows. We'll look at those numbers in your 4-zone forecast and check the latest on Hurricane Barry, all coming up, guys.
All right, Ben. Brighton police need your help in finding 2 people who broke into a vape shop.
The 2 were seen on security cameras just before 1:30 in the morning. When police arrived, they didn't see any disturbance and then left. About an hour and a half later, the same 2 suspects broke in again. There was no sign of a forced entry either time, and the 2 were in and out within minutes. The Livingston County Sheriff is offering up to a $500 reward for any information. Detroit Police Department asking for help in identifying and locating a suspect wanted in connection to a hit and run that happened in downtown Detroit.
May 27th at around 3 in the morning, 2 people were hit while crossing the street at East Larned and Randolph. When the driver hit them and then just kept going, 1 woman was critically injured in that accident. Today, police released this security camera image of the man suspected to be connected to it. He's the one wearing the white Nike tank top. If you've got any information about who he is, you're urged to call Detroit Police.
DEA agents executed a search warrant at Chicken Dippin' Pizza and Eats in Highland Park. Now that's located on Woodward, just north of the Davison Freeway. The warrant was executed early this morning. Agents busted down the front door and were seen inside looking around and taking out evidence bags. Now, because it is an ongoing investigation, no other information was given. Weeks later, and folks in Clay Township and St. Clair County are still dealing with flooding.
Sky 4 takes us above here. This basically an underwater lake drive. The water just keeps coming up. We know the fire department has been handing out sandbags. Neighbors have been dealing with this, though, now for most of the summer. Mess. Well, she came here to Michigan for a family party and never came back.
We are in a crisis right now. We are going through a lot. Please help us find her, bring her home safely.
Ahead at 5, a brand new twist in the search for a missing 18-year-old.
And everything must go. And we're talking everything. New tonight, how you can own a real piece of the Palace of Auburn Hills. Coco.
A Detroit nonprofit focused on helping clean up the community was targeted by thieves. We'll tell you how you can help them get some of their items back.